Just took a video of what I changed out. Is the knock sensor in the 4.9 liter 300 engine for Ford straight six. The engine looks like it has a slight vibration in it, but man, it is running so much better. I have no hesitation on takeoff. That's my gauges right there as it's running. I noticed my temperature gauge came up a little higher than usual. Everything else seems to be, I have no hesitation on takeoff. My top end, I brought it up to about 70, which it gave me no problem getting up there. All I changed out this time was the knock sensor, which is down in that position. I think that big wire is blocking it, but it's down there, right here. That's the knock sensor. All the stuff I changed out on this truck before, just trying to get to what I knew was a problem. But when I did go to AutoZone and I asked them for a knock sensor, they told me this truck does not carry a knock sensor. So I went to CarQuest. CarQuest told me the same thing. So I said, well, let me get stuff that I know would probably cause the same hesitation on takeoff, lack of power at top end, and a strong smell of unburned fuel coming from the tailpipe. You could really smell it. It was real strong of fuel. The only thing I did not take out that would probably be associated with that was the injectors. Because when I did think about injectors, I'd already changed out the gasket set on the intake, change out the idle air control, change the EGR and the electronic section for the EGR, the gaskets for them also, the throttle positioning sensor, which mine was bad. When I took it out, the spring, you turn it and it wouldn't even go back. It would just turn and stay wherever you left it. So I know this was bad. I had to change out. This now, it wasn't bad. I kept it. That wasn't bad. I kept it. It's a little solenoid that controls it goes to this EGR, the green wire goes down to it. I changed that one out. I kept the old one because it was good. The complete distributor, cap, rotor, complete distributors changed out. I kept the old one just in case, and that didn't fix my problem. The coil is down here next to the distributor, or next to the knock sensor. The knock sensor is in between the distributor and the coil. Change out that coil. I still have the old coil because that didn't fix the problem. O2 sensor. Put in the O2 sensor. It's somewhere down there. Changed it out. It didn't fix my problem. Oh, where's that O2 sensor? Yeah, there's that O2 sensor right there. It didn't fix a problem. So I got another O2 sensor. I always had a problem with my rear fuel tank. This one here towards the back. What would not work. This truck, I'm the second owner of the truck, but I've done the maintenance on this truck from when it was maybe 2 or 3 months old. So it's always been in my hand. That fuel pump stopped working a month after the truck came out, and the old man never went ahead and got it fixed. This one here always worked, had no problem with it. After a while, this one here stopped up, which I did change the fuel filter also. I changed out the rear tank. It worked for a little while and went bad. I bought a brand new one instead of remanufactured. Bought a brand new one, hooked it up. It ran for about 3 months, stopped. So I just gave up on that. I didn't even bother. I bought a new one, put on the front, and I ran on the front for about a year. And this is when this problem been going on since then. So the other day I went on today trying to find a ground to see if I'm missing a ground on the rear tank. Put my hand above the tank, and that connector popped off. I'm actually thinking I have 2 good fuel pumps if I could still find them. So that's all what I changed out to try to fix the hesitation problem, including taking all these ground to the body of the truck, taking them off, cleaning them up, and putting them back on. And that didn't fix the problem. I did change out the this is what the map sensor is on this vehicle. This is the map sensor. It does not have a map sensor over here. So the map sensor is here on it. I changed it out. Did not fix the problem, so I brought it back. I figured I had enough in it already to be keeping parts. So I brought it back. Called up Ford. Ford checked into it. Well, the first guy checked into it and told me there was no knock sensor for this vehicle. I told him I saw it on the schematic because I was looking at the Chilton book or the Haynes book, one of them, and it showed it on the schematics on it. He went and got another guy. The other guy came by, checked into it, and told me, yes, he's seen one. And he went through the computer and told me he can't even get it because it does not show in the computer, and it says discontinued. So he gave me a list of numbers that I could probably go back to the dealerships, the auto parts place, and ask them about it. Oh, I forgot to mention, I changed out the fuel pressure regulator also. So he gave me this sheet, and I went ahead and called everybody here, checked on the computers. He did have one there for CarQuest also. I don't even see it on this sheet. He must have wrote it down separate. But I went to CarQuest. They couldn't find it in their computer. The one AutoZone that's on the line is the only one they said that they might be able to get. I know the second one, I ordered it, and then the next day they called me and told me they could not get it. So after I ordered one on eBay for right at $50, and I seen them on eBay anywhere from $50 to $180 something bucks. So you're better off going to the junkyard and getting it. If nobody else knows that's a problem with this vehicle, I would go to the junkyard and get it, because this is the one I took out. And I have those wires to test it, which I still could not get in there and really test it because I'm by myself. It might have worked better if I had another hand. This one here I got from the junkyard. And I'm just going to keep that as a backup, because it's so hard to find one of those things. So I'm just going to put it in the glove compartment. And I did change out this little spout connector also from Ford, brand new, and it's written made in Mexico. So that's what I got. But the problem fixing it did turn out to be the knock sensor. I did not have to change out my fuel injectors, so that's good. So if you have that problem of hesitation, lack of power top end, and a real strong unburnt fuel smell from the tailpipe, then more than likely If you change out everything like me, your problem is your knock sensor. But I would go with the knock sensor first. Okay then. Thanks for watching.